It's Saturday morning. I woke up feeling feisty, energized, ready to have some fun, and I decided to type in the word manifest into YouTube search to see what kind of crazy woo I'd get. And in this case, I came across this channel, Awaken Zone, in a particular short video that we'll be taking a look at here in just a moment. The channel's About section describes it as Exploring Life's Mysteries with Awaken Zone. I read that so weird. Explore life's mysteries with Awaken Zone. Dive into motivational talks, self-improvement tips, and spiritual insights. Uncover the secrets of UFOs, extraterrestrials, and ancient history. Join us for inspiring and thought-provoking videos to help you grow and explore the unknown. Subscribe and let's awaken together. Now, the only awakened I give a damn about are Joko's minions in the Crystal Desert region of Alona. Nice Guild Wars reference there. Yeah, so more mystical woo that people, seem to follow because that's been the trend recently. And in this case, we're going on a video titled Quantum Yeah, God, I cannot speak this morning. Quantum Manifestation Explained by Dr. Joe Dispenza. I need to look and see what kind of doctor he actually is, but let's let the video play and see what we get.
This is a critical moment for people because I think people don't realize how powerful they really are.
Uh-oh. We got quantum manifestation. We've got discrete, subatomic, quintessential values of the universe involved in this manifestation. Because that's all quantum fucking means. But they use it as some magic word. It's fucking hilarious. It'd be hilarious if it weren't so pathetic, I should say, because, oh man, this is just the classic, let's take science and manipulate it to our own supernatural bullshit. It's no different than what your typical theists do.
In this realm, in the quantum realm, there's no separation. There's nothing physical. There's nothing material. There's no matter. That's all taking place in three-dimensional reality. It's all energy. It's all frequency. It's all vibration. It's all information. It's all consciousness. It's all thought.
Oh my god, this is textbook woo. Oh, because quantum physics is weird, and things, and our understanding and logic and ability to comprehend things breaks down. It's all gotta be energy. It's gotta be frequencies, vibrations. It's consciousness because that's how this all works. That's how quantum woo works. Is that a basic emergent property of the brain is somehow magic woo vibrations traveling through subatomic quantas of energy. Because that totally makes sense.
That is that invisible field of energy.
Yes.
So, okay, that invisible field of energy, Einstein said, the field is the sole governing agency of the particle. He didn't say the particle controls the particle, he said the field controls the particle. So
because as a very dumbed down summary of most of the properties involved in quantum mechanics, that matter, as one could describe it as slowed down energy, its properties are dictated by various fields. That's how that works. It doesn't go any deeper than that. I mean, it does, but not in the direction you want it to go. This is, fucking 12-dimensional chess, you're having to play here to think about quantum physics. Like, I can wrap my brain around it abstractly, but actually explaining it without being able to do the math, explaining it in sort of a broad sense, gets tricky. Because it's fucking complicated. It's fucking weird, and that's what's beautiful about it. But it isn't magic woo.
if I can change information in the field, I should be able to affect the particle matter. So it turns out the atom is 99.99999% energy, information.
Energy is not information, you fuckwit. They set this base of like, all the quantum fields and all this consciousness, all this stuff, it's vibrations, it's energy, it's information. And then just roll with it. First off, by definition, it would be 100% energy, because again, energy and mass are equivalent. It is just in a material state as opposed to other states. That's not even an accurate descriptor, but you know what I mean. But thinking that you can just think things to be different, this core element of this whole manifestation woo movement, is absolutely laughable. Because it just isn't how the universe actually works. These idiots could just manifest whatever they want by thinking strong enough. Pop a pair of car keys. You lost your keys, make them just pop up right in front of you. That's the kind of shit we'd expect to see. But no, we don't see that kind of magic. We never see that shit. Because it's all bullshit. Oh, man. I'm sorry, I would laugh more, but it's just so pathetic. Like, I actually expected this, I don't know why, but I expected this to have something different about it.
There's nothing physical or material there. 0.00001 material, when the probability of us seeing the truth of reality is 0.
Wow.
And we are...
What? What the hell was that sentence? 0.001% matter, and the probability of us seeing truth is 0. What? Seriously.
Material, when the probability of us seeing the truth of reality is 0.
Wow.
He's just saying shit. He's just fucking rambling. This is some Jordan Peterson asinine bullshit. What is with this thing where these people who aren't saying a goddamn thing get these cult followings like this? They just... Is it that easy? I mean, fuck. If I didn't have ethics, a sense of right and wrong, actual, caring for the truth, caring for reality, I could do this shit all day long. But no, I picked the hard route by being honest and discussing things truthfully and not pandering to pseudo-intellectual fucktards. Holy fuck.
And we are only seeing a small spectrum of frequency, the rainbow, visible light, bouncing off the most stable form of energy called matter, giving us this hologram, this illusion of separation.
Yeah, our eyes evolved to see the visible light spectrum. Your point is... what exactly?
So if there was a way to create from the field instead of from matter and move closer to source and create from a place of wholeness and less from separation, I'd have to be able to get to the field. So
words. You're just saying words. This whole thing is just plant these weird abstract this or that's in with a tangible, bare-ass assessment on a vague misinterpretation on how reality actually is. And you get this. Wow.
then if where you place your attention is where you place your energy, and you develop the ability to take all of your attention off your body, all of your attention off all the people in your life, all the objects and things, your cell phone, your car, your house, whatever, all the relationships with all the people, all the places you need to go, the place you're sitting, the place you grew up, the place you sleep, the place you work, and nothing about the predictable future or the familiar past, and settle into the present moment, you would go from a somebody to a nobody.
He just spent 45 seconds saying nothing, on top of all the nothing he said previously.
From a someone to a no one, from something to nothing, from somewhere to nowhere, from some time to no time. That is the moment you're pure consciousness. You would be disinvesting all of your attention, all of your energy out of this three-dimensional reality, out of the known, and placing it on the unknown.
Look, dude, you're talking about sort of meditating, zoning out, whatever one wants to call it. There's nothing magic about it. The brain can put itself into some interesting states. None of them have any kind of supernatural capabilities. It's just thinking differently, tuning things out, and that can be a very, very relaxing process. I do it regularly. I'll probably have to take a moment after this and just recenter myself, which is the most mystical woo stuff you'll hear me say, outside of my fantasy writing, but that's a whole other thing. You're not channeling some deeper vibration in the universe and gonna make the quantum crystals realign and change the world around you. It's just not how it works. None of this is how anything works.
Now, let's demystify the process. Take away everything physical and material in the universe.
Okay, then there's no universe. Boom, done.
Take away the Earth, take away the moon, take away all the planets, all the moons from the planets, take away the sun, the light from the sun, the stars, all the light from the stars, the galaxy.
We get it.
You take everything away, wipe everything out, physical and material. What are you left with? Nothing. Turns out that nothing is filled with a lot of frequency and energy. And I don't know how to explain nothing to a materialist, but when you can...
Then it's not nothing. It's something. What you're trying to describe is the base state and that quantum foam that seems to exist throughout all known reality. That if there is, from our perspective, nothing there, a pure void state, you would still get perturbations in that quantum field, in that quantum foam, and elements like void particles, aspects would form. Words, can I use them? Man, wrapping your brain around this stuff sucks sometimes. You would get virtual particles forming at points, virtual pairs that would naturally annihilate. It's a weird quirk that happens in pure, true, empty space. But that's the most true empty space from our perspective. It's still nothing because the quantum foam is there. Man, I do not envy those far better than me who tear apart this mystical woo shit. I know Professor Dave does it, and Martimer81. Oh man, they make it look easy.
Linger in that place without a name, without a face, without a body weight, without a diet, without a disease, without a profession, without an identity in any way, without a past, and you can linger as pure consciousness.
But, okay, you're saying you linger there. So, again, there's not nothing. There's something, even in this hypothetical, granting you it. That pure consciousness is something. Ergo, the entire premise breaks down.
Something really profound happens to the brain. Different compartments of the brain that have been modulated or...
Oh, whoa. We're talking about the brain that doesn't exist because you said nothing exists? Is there a brain or isn't there, dude?
Compartmentalized. They're subdivided because of the stress hormones. Shift your attention from one person to another problem to another thing. That habituation fragments the brain. Brain becomes a house divided against itself.
Wow, so here we have an example of them taking standard everyday stressors in life, just things that are just bound to happen by the nature of us being a social species, us not living in isolated little bubbles. And he's want to say that causes damage to this quantum psyche and to the brain. And yeah, stress sucks. It's just reality, bro. But you're trying to make it seem like this is what the cause of everyone's problems and that they can just surmount them by thinking really good thoughts. It's just bullshit religion with extra steps.
And you narrow your focus, you over-focus, you become obsessive about something. That's what we do in stress. It turns out if you open your awareness to nothing, the brain starts getting highly organized. Different compartments of the brain that were modulated start unifying. The brain starts firing this more holistic state, and the whole entire brain is resonating at the same frequency. Now,
brains don't resonate. They're neurons in fatty tissue. It's chemicals doing what chemicals do. Yes, focusing on nothing, in a sense, can be therapeutic. It's already been described as meditation. There's nothing special or supernatural about it, and you're not doing anything crazy. God, this obsession with frequencies, vibrations. I'm waiting for him to bring up auras and chakras and shit.
You get that brain going for that period of time like that, waves that are coherent start interfering with each other, and when they do, they create bigger amplitudes. The higher amplitude, the higher the energy in the brain. So now you have resonance in the brain, and the brain starts getting very mathematical, very organized, right? So that...
Oh, so that's why I suck at math. The fatty neuron-laden tissue in my head isn't vibrating the right way. And I'm not getting the magical tsunamis that let me do that there algebra quick and easy. That's what it is. It can't be that the particular wiring in my brain is just a little messed up there compared to the average, or I say average, compared to what an arbitrary standard is. It can't be that. No, I'm just not. I don't have the fancy waves in the fat. My head fat isn't jiggling the right way. Right. Okay.
Brain that's coherent. The entire brain is functioning as one neurological network. The two hemispheres are coming together, and there's this kind of psychic union called wholeness. Now that
psychic union called wholeness. So you just came up with a fancy term for thinking and focusing on something. Good job, buddy. People buy this shit. This crap is 9 months old and has 758,000 views. These are the people you're around. These are people voting. These are people, making decisions in the world. These are people in charge of your bank accounts, your health. It's terrifying.
State of coherence. In moving out of the beta brainwave states into a slower brainwave state, produces electrical signals. And that electrical signal is the intention. That's the more clear your intention is, the more coherent the brain is, the stronger the signal. Okay, so you're coming up with mystic woo terms for focusing and concentrating on something. All you said here is, if you meditate, you tend to clear your mind, you tend to relax, and then if you go and focus on something after this kind of meditation, whatever that means to you as a person, whatever gets you into that kind of state, that kind of, for lack of a better term, that Zen moment, you'll suddenly be sharp at that at tackling that problem. Bro, that's great. This didn't need to be a 6-minute video. Oh wait, it did, because that's how woo peddlers work. And this looks like this Awaken Zone just took this guy's speech from something, added all this, yoga bullshit around it, and made it into a video. So I don't feel bad ripping into this at all. Not that I did previously, but I sure don't feel bad, because I'm ripping into something that's a rip. You decided to create from the field.
Just a different kind of rip.
Instead of from matter, and you were just pure consciousness. And I asked you to send the signal out from a coherent brain, and whatever that thing is that you wanted, we trained you how to do that.
You don't exist, but you have a brain, and you manifested this by, what words did he say? More
coherent. The brain is the stronger signal. Okay, so if you decided to create from the field instead of from matter.
Sure, you created from a field instead of matter, so you plowed your field and you created things that aren't matter, but you created something in this nothing.
And you were just pure consciousness.
And you're just pure consciousness, so there is nothing else about you either.
And I asked you to send the signal out from a coherent brain, and what?
Send the signal out from a coherent, what coherent brain? Who's coherent? What? What?
Whatever that thing is that you wanted, we trained you how to do that, then you would be shimmering the entire vacuum.
Shimmering the entire vacuum. Hey yo, look, I took my Dyson and had it gold plated. It's shimmer the entire vacuum, bro. What the fuck? These people are serious. There's no hope for humanity. These fucking idiots are serious.
Entire void. You are that. You're not you any longer. You're the source, right? So if you're the source and you're sending the signal out, then you're touching the consciousness of everybody, of everyone, of everything, of everywhere, of every time.
Did you get permission to touch their consciousness? Because there's laws against that. God, if you just think hard enough about nothing, you become everything. And people wonder why we don't take this shit seriously. They get mad when you don't take this mystic woo and be like, oh yeah, that makes total sense. They get pissed. You're fucking idiots.
The entire field is becoming electric because of your intention. If your source...
Oh, so this field you're talking about is a magnetic field, and you've just excited it to a point where electrons are flowing along some material that doesn't exist, because there's also not any electrons, but apparently they are because it's become electric. Dude.
Why would you go anywhere to get anything? And so consciousness is coherent brain, and then the energy of the heart is love.
The heart's a big muscle that pumps blood. That's all it does. What is it with people and taking this known metaphor from millennia ago when we thought that the heart actually had more value than like the brain does, when we thought it was the more critical part of a person, and that's with them taking this and just running with it today in the most literal sense. The fuck? It's a bunch of meat that pumps blood. That's it.
And pure love is source. So if I asked you...
Pure love is source. So Counter-Strike is made from love. Half-Life 1, the other version of it, is made from love. I thought it was computer code.
To fall in love with that future, and I ask you to draw the future to you with the magnetic field of the heart. The heart produces a magnetic field up to 3 meters wide.
No, it doesn't. It's just complete literal bullshit. Stick a compass up to your chest and see where the compass points. It's probably still going to be pointing north, even with the Earth's weak-ass magnetic field. So take a magnet and put it up to your chest, unless you know you've got a pacemaker, in which case, for the love of fuck, don't do this, and see what happens, though. No. No. Those little iron filings, Wooly Willy, put that shit up to your chest, put it up to your heart, see what happens. Not a damn thing. Heart doesn't produce any fucking magnetic field. 3 meters wide. Fuck you. You get paid to say this shit.
That's
You always got to have the person listening just going, oh, and wow, and being like, that's real interesting. Christ, I don't have any new material for it. I've used up everything I can without getting into insults that I don't want to use.
Studied. So now, love is the glue.
Oh, so love is glue now. I thought love was source. Was love the Valve source engine, or is love super glue? It's like regular glue, only it commits trademark infringement on a daily basis.
That holds the atom together. Okay, if I get a...
Love holds atoms together. It's not the nuclear forces. It's not electromagnetism. It's not anything of that. No. It's love. It's love. So that's why Chernobyl blew up. It didn't have enough love. The atoms weren't held together. That's why Chernobyl blew up. No love. Holy fuck.
Coherent heart, the more coherent my heart is, the more energy in my heart, the more I can draw my future to me. So you send the signal out, you draw the experience to you, and now you don't go anywhere to get anything. When there's vibrational match between your energy and some potential in the quantum field, that when...
You know who else doesn't go anywhere and do anything? World of Warcraft players. They just sit there and play the game all day. Sorry, I had to. Because all I can think of when he says shit like that is someone who just sits at the computer all the time and doesn't go anywhere or do anything, and I may or may not be an expert on that, kid. I have a social life. I just tend to prefer to stay home. All seriousness, jokes aside, it's just like, what are you getting at, bro? What are you getting at? For some reason, whenever I drink coffee, it makes me sleepy. I'm sipping coffee right now. For some reason, it makes me yawn. Don't know why. Coffee makes me yawn. But he's implying that you can just do nothing and have everything come to you, and it's like, that's not how anything works. You know what you're going to do? You're going to sit in that stupid pose. You're going to starve to death. Game over. They'll find your corpse a week later when you don't pay your bills.
There's a match. You start seeing those synchronicities. You synchronize your energy to that possibility.
Synchronize my energy to what? Am I trying to merge with the power grid now? Do I got to make sure I'm in phase at 60 hertz? 50 hertz if you're in the UK and other areas? Am I in Japan? Do I got to pick between 50 and 60 hertz? What the fuck? What am I synchronizing to?
And so you start seeing the coincidences and the synchronicities and the opportunities. I'm not talking about a parking space. This is a critical moment for people because I think people don't realize how powerful they really are. When that event happens in their life, they will look back at
What event?
Every single betrayer, everything that happened in their past, and they won't care any longer. That's the moment their past no longer exists because they're proving to themselves what they innately already know that they may have forgotten.
Which is
and
why?
That is that the creator of their life.
Please engage.
Did that end seriously the way I thought it ended? Hang on.
That they may have forgotten.
Which is
and
why?
That is that the creator of their life.
It just cuts off right there. Was this dude going to go into some theistic ramblings? What the fuck was he going to say? It just cuts off there. So it's like, this channel will go as far as peddling all this woo, but once it gets into more hardcore, more tangible theism, they draw the line. Well, that was certainly one of the videos of all time. I don't know. Thought I'd have some fun with that. Now I just have a headache. Or maybe it's the coffee. I would go for a walk, but it's raining. So, I'm just going to get this finished, uploaded, and plan for future things. Later.